I saw Avi do this. So her stream notifications, they used to do like StreamCord doesn't at like a pings roll, but then I at the pings roll and I do like a little message and then it like sends out. I usually try and get it before before my notification sends out. How much time do I got left? Okay, a minute and a half. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm not doing the best. I'm sick. So, that's why. But I'm doing pretty good. Besides that, how are you doing? Trying to pick somebody to lurk in today. Elaborate. I don't know if Xander goes live on, what day is it? Tuesday? Let me go see what Xander's schedule. But I would have been live early, but my computer was updating, so I had to sit here and wait. Tomorrow. What university I'm going to? That's so good. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. What am I looking for? Is my timer gone off yet? Oh, 20 seconds. I'm gonna change the banner on my Twitter before I forget. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Make that my becoming a better streamer day. Okay, Twitter banner. Finn, hello Karma. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up with you? What's up with you? And I'm so sorry if my voice just does not work today. I'm sick. So I'm gonna try not to strain it as much because if I go to school tomorrow, I have choir tomorrow and I have choir competitions coming up. So I'm very tired. Okay, let's fix this tree. Actually, let's do the leaves in this one. I'm just doing one tree at a time. Makes my life better. I really need to stop breaking leaves that way. Let me get better, King. Oh, thank you, Karma. I think it's just a little cold. I was at a trampoline park. So my mom's been sick for a while, but then I was at a trampoline park on Saturday. And there were lots of little kids, of course, and I think it's one of them. And then I do dance classes with little kids, so one of them might be sick. I don't know. Probably not though, because it's I do that Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it's in fact Tuesday. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you doing on this fine Tuesday? I had pizza for dinner. It was very great. I didn't get the pizza I wanted though. But that's quite alright, because I still had pizza. So I'm just gonna finish getting rhinestone. So shiny, so shiny! I've never rhinestoned a costume before. Because all my costumes have come like, already like rhinestoned. Because we get them from a costume company. Is rhinestoning costumes like hard or like annoying. I feel like it would be. You're good, that's wonderful. No? Okay. Interesting. Okay, and then just need a little bit of a leverage.
Parenthood, motherhood, family.
It does happen. Good job. You are here, Cat Attack. I wouldn't call you first, but you did get it, so good job. You remember. You're the first one to remember it exists. That's quite an impressive feat. Hello, Cat Attack. Sobbing? Why are you sobbing, Golden? Don't sob. What's wrong? Don't cry. No. I'm not good with other people's emotions, or my emotions, but mainly other people's emotions. First, okay. I have hiccups. Oh. I always hold my breath, like, longer than you probably should. Like, I just hold my breath. Just don't breathe. And it seems to work out for me sometimes. So, emphasis on the sometimes. How is everybody liking the trees I'm doing? Oh, and also, how is everybody doing today? Can't forget to ask. That'd be like treasonous at this point. Just gotta ask. It's my go-to question, like every 10 minutes when I run out of things to say. Tree people? I am a tree person. I live inside of a tree. I mean, my house is wood. I live in that most of America. My house is not cinder block. I love my froggy friend. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's so cute. I love these trees. Oh, my voice. House tour? I did show you a house tour. Your teas are awesome. Thank you. Sorry, I had to adjust on my sitting position because my foot was falling asleep. I still think there's too many flowering azalea leaves right there. But I gave Cat Attack my house tour today. It was very interesting. Apparently my house is really cool. I mean, like, some of my other friends, like, always say that my house is awesome, but I'm just like, yep, my house. But that's just because it just gets, like, better and better. Because my mom, like, just occasionally will paint a room. Like, a couple of the walls in our house are just, like, my mom just painted them, but not, like, they're one solid coat of paint. They're, like, not murals, but, like, they're very cool. How would I describe them? Like, there's like abstract like paintings on the walls. Like one wall's like trying to represent like ivy. Or like vines. I don't know. Our house is just very silly because it's filled with my mom's art. Like, what we do as, like, a family, like, including my, like, aunts and stuff, like, my mom will give them, like, art to just hang up in their house, and then once it sells, we just, like, go over there and, like, take it back, and then, maybe sometimes just give them a new one. There's a hole. There is no longer a hole. Okay, I think that tree's done. I might add more leaves once I figure out a good solution to add lanterns on the outside, because of course you can't attach lanterns to leaves, because why would you ever want to make my life more convenient? Ow. My voice is not doing well, but it's alright. I must power through. Who cares about school tomorrow? Not me. Okay, do we want to go get, like, right this second, because I have to do both of them. Do we want to go get more terracotta or more flowering azalea leaves? And just leaves in general. Like, do we want to do terracotta or leaves first? if we do leaves, which one do we want to do first? I'll let you guys pick. I drink some water. Agua. Vasa. Oh, I need to put lanterns on the street. I don't care. Well, you see, I want you to make an opinion. Make some opinions. Make your opinions known. No one will judge you. Actually, I'll judge you if you don't make opinions. Specifically you, though, Jay. No one else. That's mostly a joke. And I say mostly, because it's mostly a joke. Cat attack, you have opinions sometimes. Okay, I think this one really specific block needs to go. Like, singular. Like Uno. It's the one I'm standing on. That one. There we go. Fin Knight, hello, how are you? Which one should I go collect terracotta or collect leaves first? Because I need to do both. I'm just trying to make people make opinions for me. It's night. Hello, Asteroid. How are you doing? I haven't talked to you in like, hold on, let me do math. Approximately 30 minutes. I'm done eating my soup. That's so awesome or so sad, depending on how much you love your soup. Because I know you love your soup. Is it like a lot, you know? Why is this here? Why? What is this for? I can't fathom a purpose as to... That's the purpose. Okay. I fathomed. Okay, leaves or terracotta? Leaves or terracotta? Because if we do leaves, I'm gonna have to mend my hoe before we do leaves. It's nighttime. Okay. I need to make a water elevator because I am impatient. Leaves, okie dokie. We're gonna have to go repair my hoe though. I need some tea. I've only had one cup of tea today. But I drink green tea and then I put honey in it. Green tea is my go-to tea. And by my go-to tea, I mean it's like the only tea I ever drink. But when I'm sick, I put honey in it. Helps the voice. Love tea so much. I feel ya. We have a drawer in my house that's full of like coffee pods and tea bags. There's also tea leaves in there. No like coffee grounds though. I think those might be in a cabinet. You know, we have like Nespresso pods and Keurig pods because we have both of them. I love tea. It's the British in me. It is the British in you. What's your favorite tea? Good for you. It's like American food. I love honey. What's everyone's favorite tea? Mine's green tea. Although it's not jasmine green tea. I don't like jasmine green. It has to just be green tea. And if it is jasmine green tea, it's only from this one specific place. And it's not even like you can buy this kind of tea. It's like their tea. It is raspberry tea. Ooh, I've never had raspberry tea. I never had like a lot of fruit teas. I stick to like herbal teas. Complexity, my favorite tea level. Ooh. No, specifically what that means. That's awesome. Lemon tea. Ooh. Never had lemon tea. I was like, what's that? It's my tree. I didn't feel like mining. Tea seems good. Tea's awesome. We usually have like the two teas that are staples in my house. Like we always have them are Earl Grey because my mom drinks Earl Grey, and green tea because I drink green tea. We also have some chai, um, some English breakfast tea, herbal tea. Herbal tea is wonderful. Um, and what's the other one? There's always some random flavors in there. Chai. Let's see, is there anything in here? Why did you mend my pickaxe? Okay. Since I had to come here to repair my thing, do we just want to like I'm gonna collect some leaves, but not like the
Thanks for listening to Spotify.
You're
No,
so
really.
not welcome. I'm gonna collect like oak, acacia, jungle leaves, not the flowering azaleas yet, and then I'll go get terracotta. And whoever tried was from church and was really bad. I think it was a fluke. I didn't know they serve tea in churches. Every church I've been to either serves like wine or grape juice. They might have like a water dispenser, but like I've only ever been to um I've been to Catholic churches because like my family that lives near me, they're all Catholic. Like they're either Catholic or like or they're like my mother's Catholic. So like when I get married, it's gonna be Catholic, but like I'm not. They're like very like vague, like And then I've been to a Presbyterian church because my grandparents are Presbyterian. I say grandparents like that clarifies anything, because as I'd love to point out, I have 7 of them. It's because I'm awesome. Listen, they're so good. I know, I saw. We were talking about that this morning. And they're chips or crisps. I have a love-hate relationship with the word crisps. I just hate the when you like say it. I just do not like saying crisps. Crisp plural there actually. Yeah, it's like fine if you want to say. I just don't like crisps. I don't like the sound. It's ugh. I don't know why I keep saying it. I just don't like it. You know when you're sick and like your voice is sharp, like your throat's sharp? It's been like that all day, and talking does not help, I'll have you know. I thought I only had 9 birch leaves, but I just can't see. I actually like making that noise, but like specifically in a different tone, so it sounds like cicadas. Like, oh, what is it? Nope. There's too much saliva in my mouth. Like, the noises cicadas make in like July. They're crisps. But like the noises cicadas make in July, I love it. In peak cicada season. My city's botanical gardens always had like, I don't know if they still do it, but they always had like music festivals every like week or like multiple times a week during the summer. And we'd go to them and we'd have just like picnics because when you go there you can bring food. Like people just have picnics and then people perform like live music and they play in speakers all over the park, and it's like there's a sculpture park too. And it reminds me of like coming home after those in like the warmth of the summer when like the cicadas were in full bloom, like the swarm of 20,000 of them. That's so cool. I love. Are the same ones British or not? Biscuits. Are you arguing about cookie versus biscuits? Jay, as our resident British, do you know what an American biscuit is? Because I think you. I know a lot of British people just do not. But I think like your biscuits and like our cookies are not like the same. Because there's like the other one that's like a cookie but not. It's like a cookie but slightly different. And like we just call it all cookies. Do you call anything cookies? Because like you cook them and they're tiny so they get ease. This one for S. Yeah. Fries and chips are the same thing. What? I don't know what you're saying what to. I said too many words directed towards you for me to know. Here, so basically we're talking about yummy bread roll. But like bread rolls and biscuits are not the same thing. Like, if we get bread rolls at dinner, they are not the same as getting biscuits. Or as getting biscuits. Like, here, hold on. Bread roll. I'm thinking of specifically the shiny ones because my brain just goes there. I spelled bread roll wrong. Hold on. I'm very slow at this. There we go. So this is a bread roll. And then I can't spell biscuit. It's just an irrelevant word. We get biscuits in like the crescent roll tins. Biscuit. Yeah, sounds about right. And then this. It is a dinner roll. Congrats. But they're like. Rolls are also like Hawaiian rolls. And those are not specifically dinner rolls. But this is a biscuit. And they're so good. And then you put like mounds of butter in them. And then people put like white gravy on them. And it's biscuits and gravy. Oh, I love biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy is quite wonderful. And how a biscuit? This is a biscuit. This is dinner rolls. I'm just dreaming about biscuits and gravy now. That is amazing. Oh, I think the best biscuits are honestly the ones that come out of the tins. Like the, what brand is it? Like the ones that you use a spoon and then you pop it, or you just hit it with a knife, like the back end of a butter knife, and then they like pop open, like crescent rolls, like that brand. Pillsbury's. It's Pillsbury. Is it Pillsbury's or Pillsbury? It's that one. They make the best ones. I don't eat that. Biscuit. It's our biscuit. Your biscuit is like. Hold on. You can also get like Pillsbury's. See, your biscuits are like the cookies that grandmas would give, or like airplane cookies, but also like ones that you might make on like specifically only Christmas. Like for Christmas, we'd make like thumbprint cookies and like I don't know, cookies like that. Pillsbury dough, yeah. Pillsbury. It's Pillsbury. Ow. You know what my favorite, or like maybe not my favorite, but it's definitely like tied for first. My favorite like holiday cookie is. Biscuit's amazing. My biscuit's amazing. But my favorite cookie is ginger snaps. We'd make sugar cookie only for Christmas. We didn't make many cookies this year. It was very sad. But my favorite holiday cookie are ginger snaps. Because I'm a grandma at heart. I crochet. I like ginger snaps. I have Werther's hard caramels in my pockets to give out to people. Well, also, I eat them, but I also just hand them out for, like, the bit. I sit in rocking chairs and I crochet. Oh, those are, so they're ginger, and they snap if you, like, I don't know, I like my ginger snaps not snappable. I just like ginger. They're very yummy. What are cookies? Biscuits, I think. Like, I've always just thought, yeah, British biscuit equals American cookie. But, like, I don't think so. I'll look it up in a second. I'm just gonna get to the top of this mountain. American equivalent of biscuit. Cookie. It says cookie, but like... But also, it says, there's a thing that says our biscuits are the equivalent of your scones, but scones are not, scones are sweet. Like, vaguely. Like, they're sweeter than biscuits. Biscuits are savory. But, like, thank you, Betty Crocker, for the image that I'm stealing from you. Oh, this is just a basic chocolate chip cookie. Like, that's a cookie. But then our sugar cookies are like these. These are sugar cookies, and you frost them. They're just like sweet. I don't like whatever the like cake cookies you get from like the grocery store, like the really soft ones with like the gross icing. I hate those. But I think those are technically sugar cookies. They're gross. But those are cookies. That's what I have. Yeah, 'cause your biscuits are like, they look like they remind me of the cookies that, they give out on airplanes. Like, hold on, I'm struggling to spell. Give me a second. Has more sugar? Well, it's just like a thing that like there's more sugar in America. Like our things are just they just have sugar in it. But this is like your biscuit, but this is not ours. Like I can get like a box of these at like Trader Joe's. They're like novelty cookies you can get for like 2 things each. But they're like, I think we got a box like last time anybody went to Trader Joe's in my house, and they were like German cookies, like sample, and they were like don't know what you'd call them, like sample boxes. They weren't sample boxes, but they like had like all the different flavors. They like 2 of each flavor. They're probably called novelty boxes. I gotta be honest. Oh, I forget I don't have Silk Touch. This is horrible. I have Silk Touch. I forget I don't have beacons. Because mining terracotta without beacons is like horrible. It's like mining stone. And this is my favorite type of biscuit. Oh, I don't know what I saw that digestives were like the equivalent of our graham crackers. But I don't know. I've never really had much like British foods. Like, I definitely had things that are like British influence, like scones. Also, I love accents because we call them scones, but you call them like scones. I think that's awesome. Like, it's so similar, but so different. But your Mars bars are like Snickers, maybe? Is it that? Or Milky Ways? I know they're Milky Ways. Our Milky Ways are your Mars bars, but I don't like Milky Ways. And Snickers are like the peanut ones. I don't really like Snickers or Milky Ways, so I don't eat them. They go in the donate pile of candy. And by donate, I mean you give it to somebody else. They can have it. But what's silly is like I went trick-or-treating with I don't know how many of my friends, 4 other friends, and none of us wanted the Snickers. The best thing ever. Yeah, they're just not for me personally. Like, I can see the appeal. It's just not like my jam. Like, there's no flavor. It's just like textural nightmare. This one's brown. That's fun. Okay, orange. Light gray. What's other things? I know like because I know like stereotypical, like very heavily popularized by the media, like English things, because of course it's like I'm on the media. You know, like it's very on the media, and I'm on the media, so I know about things. But like a full English breakfast, I think about how much I would like that often. Like not a full one because I don't know, but like I'm assuming I'm like if I can remember right, you have eggs and toast and fried tomatoes, which like yum, and potatoes. Like do you have hash browns in there? I think there's hash browns in there. I love potatoes. Like it's a thing. Like I am infatuated with potatoes. And what else? Hash browns. Hash browns are so good. I want hash browns now. It's just like fried potato goodness. I had them a lot when I was in Europe because I was on Europe with a school trip, so I wasn't with my family, and I mean, I could like eat what I wanted, so I would just like at breakfast, I'd get hash browns. But I remember this one day, I love tater tots, especially garlic potatoes. Yes, I feel ya. I was at Applebee's and I got an appetizer. I got the mozzarella sticks appetizer, and then I got a side of the loaded garlic mashed potatoes. That was my food. But one day, this doesn't have anything to do with potatoes, but I was we were in Munich for a couple days, and every day we had breakfast, I had this poppy seed like bagel bread thing. I don't know if it was completely like a bagel. I'm not super sure. I couldn't read the signs. I had that, and then I'd put this really specific delied meat. I'm not sure what it was. It was like ham or turkey, and then um this like herb spread and cucumbers, and that's what I ate every day. And then they had juice, and then there were a couple bees that fell into the juice, and it was very fun. But we sat outside every morning because it was really loud inside. Fried egg sausages. I love fried eggs. I'm not a big fan of sausage. Like, I'll eat breakfast sausage sometimes, but like other sausages, I just don't like them. Uh, Back bacon. I'm assuming that's just bacon. I love bacon. Bacon's awesome. Tomatoes, yummy. Mushrooms, yummy. Fried bread and often a slice of white or black pudding is filling. Hold on. I'm gonna look at black pudding because black pudding. Blood sausage. Pork or beef blood with fat. Oh, I don't like insides of animals. I just can't like think about eating it. Like, it just does not appeal to me. Like, good for you. Not good for me. Bacon's gross. Bacon's so yummy. Like, the sweet bacon, like when, not, I don't like, maple syrup on my bacon. But if the bacon's like sweet, like maybe it's like applewood bacon or something, it's just awesome. Oh, hey, Uncle's texting me. I'm gonna respond. He's awesome. Hi. And potato bacon soup. You said the only way you'd eat bacon was on there. But I forgot what I was saying. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Oh, I like bacon if it's crispier, but if it's chewier, I don't mind. I just prefer it to be crunchy. Okay, I think this is a good amount of terracotta. I've never had potato bacon soup though, I don't think. My favorite soup, which I want my mom to make again, it's Tuscan white bean soup, and it's got like kale and ground turkey. And these white beans, I'm not sure if they're like, is it Cantanelia bean or like they're white beans. They could be pinto beans. I think they're like the Italian bean though. Like, I know which one that is. And like crispy bacon, I love crispy bacon. But only if it's crispy. Like, if the bacon's hard, it's gross. There's cream cheese in it. I don't like, maybe like in the soup I think it'd be fine. I tried cheesecake semi recently and it was okay. I don't like cream cheese frosting though. It's gross. But it still has it. If you can't taste it, then I'll be great. I just don't like, I don't know, it tastes weird. I like other dairy things, just not. There's like very specific things that I do not like. Like, I don't like cream cheese. I don't like salami, but I do like other like cured meats. Like, what is it? It's not salami, but it's like, I think I do like salami sometimes. It's just sometimes it's a lot. Like, I don't like salami if it's like the deli meat, like sliced, but if it's like I like charcuterie, like sausages. That's the one I'll eat sausage. I do not like zucchini or squash is okay. Slimy mushrooms are a no. But when mushrooms are prepared correctly, they're not like slimy. It's just texture things. What else do I like? Or do I not like? Cream cheese. Bacon, potato bits, cream cheese, stirring, and crawfish for 4 hours. And let the potatoes be soft and mix and it's done. I love potatoes. It's a bit of an issue. It's so good. Yay! I don't like, I'm very particular about this. So, bell peppers. I love bell peppers. It's an issue. They're awesome. I snack on the small ones. The yellow ones are the best. Orange ones are second best. And they're like, orange is pretty close to like yellow level of good, but yellow is just better. And then red and green bell peppers are like irrelevant and should never be mentioned. I'm very particular about that. But like red and green bell peppers are not it. Mm-mm-mm. Definitely not for me. And I don't like them when they're like cooked. Like cooked bell peppers, I don't like. Like, I like the smell of bell peppers. They smell so yummy. Fish and chips. I am not a really big fish person. I went to this one fish and chips restaurant in Washington. That was so awesome, and you didn't have to get fish, so I got like fried shrimp. I got shrimp and chips. Cause I don't really like, my spice factor is white bread. I can handle different things at like differing levels of spicy. I also am really stubborn, so even if something is too spicy for me, you will not know it. Like I'll just drink more. Like the way you can tell is how much water I'm drinking. Like if I'm eating, like sometimes Takis are a bit much, like especially if I eat like the whole bag in one sitting. If I'm drinking water in between one chip, it's like a little too spicy for me, but like I don't care. Potatoes are delightful, but I like I like spicy things, just not when it's so spicy it like hurts. Like when it's spicy, it's warm. It's like the best feeling. But like so spicy it hurts is not like my ideal. I don't know. Potato wedges are not. I don't really like potato wedges. I like waffle fries though, like Chick-fil-A fries. Oh, I've had Chick-fil-A twice in the past week, and it's honestly pretty great for me because I really like Chick-fil-A. French fries. McDonald's French fries are superior. I was in Europe over the summer and I had McDonald's French fries every day. Um, like at least once a day. Like maybe not every day, because I was there for 13 days. Let's exclude 2 for traveling. Um, I had it near every day. Probably like 10 of them. Because sometimes you're like walking around seeing the sights and you don't have time to have food. Or lunch is just like, um, you'll have like breakfast in the hotel and like lunch at like either in the hotel or like at a fancy place. Not like dinner at a hotel or a fancy place. But then lunch is just, lunch is like, go find a place. Like you have free time to roam the city. Like stay with your tour guides or like stay with your teachers, you know. Um, and we would so often just find a McDonald's. And you know what I hate? In Europe, or at least the European countries I've been to, you have to pay for sauce packets. It's 40 cents a sauce packet. 40. 40. That's too many. Fish is only okay with ranch. Ranch? I don't really like ranch. I love sour cream though. Like potatoes and sour cream is an S tier combination. Also, I have a little, not the best habit of eating my fries with mayo and ketchup mixed together. You know, not the best habit. You're the British one? Yes, Jay's the British one. And Jay doesn't sleep very much, but that's all right because we love Jay. Jay, I don't know what your pronouns are, and I'm finding this to be a little inconvenient, but it's all right. I'll figure it out. I don't have enough room in here. Whoa. Good thing I have an obscene amount of wood with me all the time. Them they? Noted. I use those too sometimes. I use most things though. Most of them. They're all mine. Ha 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 ha. I'm so nice. Asteroid is the nicest. Are my pronouns updated in my stream thing. In my boxes. I'll check in a second. I'm fine with whatever pronouns. It just has like specified like neo pronouns that I like more than other ones. It's only pronouns that I have to go by more now. You go by whatever you want to go by. I don't mind. I don't have any strong opinions about what you do with yourself. That's not my job. I'll just love you no matter what you do. Okay. But I like celestial, pronouns, like neopronouns, like stars, and moons, and, Susans. Yeah, she, they, moon, sun, star. Yes. I'm not a big fan of he, him on me, but like if you want to, you do you. It's not like my personal favorite. Also, like Clover's pretty cool. But Arlo will sometimes just refer to me with my neo pronouns and I like implode. It's quite awesome. Oh, I like this song. My ears hurt. They're actually very magical. I just really like stars, as you can tell by the stars and the stars and the stars and the stars. Okay, so I'm relative within the category the other. Yes. I've just taken calling myself queer because I don't know what I am. I'm here, and that's all that matters. Do we want to go get flowering azalea leaves, or do we want to build more little guys? Let's collect some dye. That sounds like an awesome thing to do. I love collecting flowers. Because I've got concrete, and I want to see how concrete. And I'm just like, well, I don't know what I am, and that's too much work to figure it out. So here I am. I don't need 2.5. I just need 2. I feel my voice dying, but I like Minecraft too much to not. Because I won't be live till get out of the. Thank you. I won't be live till Friday because I have dance tomorrow and Thursday. Okay, I drink some water. I felt my lungs exploding. It's like, I'm homosexual, but so I'm not gay, but I am gay. Yeah, it's like, that's the spirit. It's like you have the spirit, not the direction, but you're definitely getting there. Like, I'm just at this point, like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of here. Like, I love women. Men are okay too sometimes. But, like, also, I don't have any, like, desires, to be with people. Like, I don't know what having a crush feels like. I don't know if I've had a crush before. Or if I just, like, really like people. Like, you are my best friend, and you don't get into, like, an opinion in this. Like, you. And also, I just, like people really fast, but not, like, in a romantic way. At least I don't think. Like, if you talk to me in at least, like, 4 out of 5 days a week for more than, like, 5 minutes a day, like, you are my best friend, and I will be professing my love to you. I'm very good about professing my love to people, by the way. If you couldn't tell by me saying love you, I'm proud of you every single time I end my stream. Because I do that. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to, like, find a flower forest, knowing there's none around here. If I were gorgeous. The general population. My throat hurts. guys tried the most Oreo? Um, it's just cookies and cream Oreos. So the cream is cookies and cream, and they're actually awesome. And they're like double stuffed or more than double stuffed. So it's quite awesome. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. I use seed maps because I'm lazy.
Cardi, baby, you hungry?
Yes, you know I'm hungry.
Okay, I think the closest one to me is like 1,000 blocks. No, like 1,500 blocks away. Like a flower forest. Okay. Meadow. Closer. Okay. Why don't we go to the meadow that's nearby? It's the one on top of, I think the one by my build. But I didn't. They're actually, I really like them. I like them better than normal Oreos. But also, I like larger stuffed Oreos because I eat my Oreos in a very particular way. I take both of the cookies and I twist it so the cream stays on one side. And then this is easier with double stuffed Oreos. I like bite the cream off. And with double stuffed or like higher stuffed Oreos, you can get the cream off in like one go instead of having to scrape it. And then when that's done, I'll either eat each cookie individually or I'll eat the cookies like I'll put them together like they had cream in the middle but they actually don't, and then I'll eat them like that. Flag, very proud. I have a hard time figuring out what that's the ace flag. Yeah, I don't know why I forget that. I was about to say I confuse it with the NB flag. I have the NB flag hanging in my room. Now I don't know if I'm NB or not. It's there. I have the NB and the pan one in my room, and I don't know if I identify as those anymore. But they're like mementos. They're just room decor now. I don't know if I'm like Ace Aero or not. I think I'm definitely on the Ace Aero spectrum, at least a little bit. What's NB? Non-binary. Or like, do you mean the flag? Because the flag's like the ace flag, but there's a yellow in it at some point in there. I really should know the flags better. Like, it does not apply anymore. I'm very proud of you. I have like the pen and the arrow and the NB ones. Me and I just won Bed Wars. When did you start playing Bed Wars? I'm very proud of you. Good job. Good job, Arlo. Good job, Knight. Very proud of you. Be your reason. My favorite way of collecting flowers. But it takes 8 years because grass. I'm sure I'm feeling still in the closet yet. That is quite sad. So sorry. I'm not being very sensitive right now, but I don't know what to say. So I'll just keep talking and making it more awkward. What have you guys done? I'm not in the mood to play Bed Wars, but I'm not often in the mood to play Bed Wars because I generally don't enjoy Bed Wars. It's very not my thing. I'm not a PvP type person. Like, as you can tell. Because I've had this world since, what, October? What's February? That's 4 months. My flag present, pride flag, and non-berry pride flag. Good job. I'm omni-asexual and gender fluid. Yeah, good job. I don't know why I'm saying good job, but like good job. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I have 128 YouTube notice. I just don't enjoy fighting people. I get stressed. I like my calm building in hardcore, which is very stressful, but like, once me, people are crying at show choir comments and I being the active person didn't understand why. I just, words, well, speaking words are really hard. I'm way better at typing words, but I made it my job to say words, so, oh well. Seems like a personal problem for me. Alliums! Aha, this one's an allium meadow. Oh my gosh, it's the twins, everyone. Not legally or biologically, more emotionally. Metaphysically, maybe. We can feel it while we're oceans apart. Me and my low empathy. Congrats. This is how I collect things. It's very efficient. Oh, my throat hurts. I might have to call a little early today. Even though Annie just showed up. Annie, did you do your drawing today? I had to do, but you were like actively leaving your house as I was doing that. I have a reminder set on my phone for every day at 7. And I don't turn it off until you've done it. No, do your drawing. 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 Also, I only have 65 more days of... Nope, I have 66 more days of school left. This year, at least. I've been thinking lately about doing online school. Like, just like in my little head. Like, I don't know. There's so much homework. Maybe you can be excused. That's a valid excuse. I don't know anything you just said. You have 7 days left on the trimester? Woo! We have... Let me see how many more days left in this quarter, because I'm awesome. I'm drawing for art. You seem to have a lot of things to do in the middle of the night, Jay. But I'm good for you. Today's the 21st. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 18 more days left in the quarter. And then... 48 in the next quarter. But we have 2 more late starts this year. We have 1 in March, 1 in April, none in May. But we have, what's really silly is, at school, our finals, are, like, the last Friday of May. It's, like, Friday, and then the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Thursday's the 1st of June, because Monday is Memorial Day. So we have a 3-day weekend in the middle of our finals. And it was going to help us How to Train Your Dragon. I love How to Train Your Dragon so much. It's like unreasonable how much I love it. It's not unreasonable because I'm awesome. But like, I love How to Train Your Dragon so much. It's the first one's my favorite movie. It's tied with Arrival because I'm obsessed. That's what I'm saying. I would try and read that out, but like I think I'd die if I had to read that. I forgot to everything. After you remind me. Thanks. I feel ya. These ones are good for 2 blocks are good for dyeing things, because you can just bone meal them. You don't have to bone meal the ground and waste bone meal. Okay, I'm looking for a rose bush. I might have a rose bush, though. Oh, my throat hurts. So sleepy. Oh, let's go find a rose bush, and then I think I'm gonna end early, because I'm owie. Oh, that's a little scary. Hydrate. Ooh, I can do that. We have a snow day tomorrow. Oh, good job. Anything to hydrate, you'll hydrate too. We don't have a snow day. It's very sad. Stretch. Because there's a big snowstorm across the north right now. I think, oh, I know it gets into Iowa. And I don't know why I know it goes into Iowa. But it's in Iowa. Everybody, if you're in Iowa, you might get snow. I think we get a storm tomorrow. We make it rain. If we're feeling fun. If we're feeling fancy. I don't want sticks. Flowers, yes. Thinking how this area up here needs moss, so I'm just gonna. We just need some moss over here. Like, it's so boring. We need some texture. Nice. Iowa's a neat place. I don't think I've driven through Iowa before. I think, like, either twice or 4 times. Because, like, there and back, you know how often one casually goes to Iowa. Are you summarizing? Can you say something about summary? I can. Just put it somewhere. I can read it for you if you want me to. Also, if Kumquat's still awake, I know. If Kumquat's still awake, Kumquat can read. Kumquat's very good at reading words. I have Kumquat proofread my essays sometimes. But I think I'm gonna go. I'm so sleepy. There we found tons of frogs. I love frogs. Okay, who are we gonna raid today, guys? Mimi's very sleepy. Frogs. Oops, I accidentally just opened Discord. I just closed it and then I opened it again. Who are we gonna raid? Good night, everyone. I think we're gonna raid Christina TV, because that sounds fun. And I was lurking in their stream, but thank you all for coming out to the stream today. I won't be live until Friday, of course, as usual. Sleep well. Thank you. Appreciate it. You all sleep well too. Get some good rest. But thank you all for coming out to the stream today. We're gonna raid Christina TV, and I'm gonna hope my voice gets better and I get less sick. There's 9 viewers. Who is all lurking here? That is terrifying. Who just unjoined the raid? Are you bored this week? Good night. Yeah, I just don't stream Wednesdays or Thursdays because I'm awesome. But thank you all for coming out to the stream today. All 8 of you that are going to Christina TV. That is a lot. I don't think I've had that many people in like multiple months. So thank you for that. But thank you all for coming out to the stream today. I'll see you all Friday. But I'll be on my Discord, TikTok, Twitter, all those things, of course, for the next while. I'll see you all later. Go say hi to Christina for me, and bye-bye, bye-bye.